My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And it is time for my second favorite episode that we do. This opening may sound a little weird because due to some technical situations that required me mid-episode to get up and get a new computer because it is so hot in my apartment that my computer ceased functioning. And I had to switch to my husband's gaming laptop. We started again. So we had like a really fun bit.
It's your second favorite type of episode.
Second.
And your first type will have here
will
pretty
happen
soon.
In 2 weeks. It's going to happen in 2 weeks. So keep a little. In 2 weeks, you'll find out what my favorite episode of the year is. But we're now talking about my second favorite episode, which is the BL review. Woo! So this is the third year that we're doing the BL review, which is an episode where we just talk about all the BL we watched since the last time. And it is a very Natalia heavy episode because I am an addict and watch a lot of BL. In the first recording of this, we had a fun little bit where they all guessed how many BL I watched. They were all very close. Amanda guessed 37, Sky guessed 50, and the actual answer is 40. Between last June and now, I have watched 40 BLs, which, might not, to some may seem like a ridiculous amount. Like, I feel like there's people out there who are like, there were 40 BLs that happened last year. And to some people, it's like, that's rookie numbers. But look, I watch other things too.
But
I can't.
You know what? As people who have been in the game for a few years now, can you even imagine? Can you go back to 10 years ago, and imagine telling them that there were 40 that you watched and there was stuff that you didn't watch? Like, we were lucky if we got 4.
Listen, I'm in basically like an absolute paradise of BL.
And you have to also realize, around what time last year did you start hitting vertical drama addiction?
That was about September, October.
Okay, so a chunk of the year, I do think that some of the watching is on some other stuff now.
I know they're generally Chinese, but I am kind of surprised that the boy love world has not taken the vertical drama by storm, because it feels like their vibe.
There's been a few. They're harder to find. There's even been okay, listen, they call them BL, like the Chinese ones, but it's all romance. Very wink, wink, nudge, nudge,
right.
We're really good friends, firm handshake type deal, But there are some. iQIYI now has vertical dramas on there you can watch. I try to escape and they pull me.
And they're starting to be on Viki, right?
Yeah.
There's
and there is I did see one Thai one, because there are Thai vertical dramas too. And there was one gay one, but the story of it was teacher student, and I was like, nah, not into that.
On Instagram, I saw a Korean actor. He had an announcement about a drama that he's going to be in, but the poster and stuff, I was like, that, my friend, it looked like a vertical drama. I was I feel like that's a vertical drama.
It probably is a vertical drama.
I mean, that's the other thing. 10 years ago, when we're talking about BLs, it was a lot more problematic crap that you were there was so many fewer that were available, and then you had to be pickier because it was a lot of people were getting rapey, and there was big age gaps where there shouldn't be big age gaps, and and you were
and
then
listen, we had so few, and they were spending their time making these. Come on,
right?
Please, it's not
there's
as bad
as so much money to go around, and that's what we're putting it But like
there are still those. They do still exist, but there's so many more options that it's fine. You're just like, oh, never mind. I don't have to.
So at least if you're like, nah, I really don't want to play that today. Thank you. You don't have to play that today.
You pick something else. So of the 40 that I watched last year, I'm not going to talk about all 40 because then we would be here
all night
forever. But for anyone curious about what they were, I will actually write them down. Like, they will be in the blog post linked below for this episode. I will make my list of, and in their, categories that I've put them in. So the categories I have are, they're fine. Like, I watched it, it was fine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Then I was like, that was some top tier. That was some top tier watching. And then finally my top 5. What I thought were the best ones that I watched. And like, there was like a couple that I'm like, ooh, like this, ooh, it's good. But I had to pick the top 5. So that's the list.
So you're not going to discuss any like really bad ones.
Okay, listen, I will be mentioning a few.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's sort of fun. And you know what? Let's just like start with like the year's biggest disappointments. Okay. Because listen, here's my thing where it's like, I hesitate to call any show a bad show because a lot of people put a lot of work into it. So it might not have been for me, but there's always something that can be said positively about any artistic endeavor that people do. We're very positive here on the podcast. Now, that being said, there's a few that I'm just like,
could
have tried harder.
Yeah,
and I think the biggest one that just wasn't for me was probably Sunset X Vibes. I was very excited because I did enjoy it. Had the same leads as Big Dragon, which was not good, but it was fun. And so I thought this was going to be like not that good but fun. But it wasn't that fun and the plot made no sense. And then there was like a lot of interesting fantasy stuff that they then were like, well, instead of doing the interesting fantasy stuff, what if we talk about office politics and jewelry design for like a bizarrely long amount of time? And you're like, no, please, you can't show us a preview being like, it's reborn fantasy creatures. They're reborn in the modern world. And then be like, not show any fantasy stuff to like episode 7. You cannot do that
rough.
To people.
That's rough.
Everyone was trying their best, okay? But that script, hot mess. All right? No bueno. The Rebound. Listen, y'all, you're gonna give me a story where one guy's dealing with like trying to escape from a gang, but make the biggest like problem that they're facing is the funding for the basketball team. I can't. Listen, again, it was fine. Like, I didn't like hate watching it, but I was just like, why are we doing this?
What are we doing here?
And my final, the number 3 of why are we doing this was Bad Guy, My Boss, which is just like, listen, there's like a special subsection of shows, and this isn't just BL, and I call them sort of like HR nightmares. Where you're like, you're watching a show and you're like, the HR, like the head of HR, once they found out about this office situation, would have a panic attack. Like, they'd be like, oh, we're fucked. Like, we're getting sued. Bad Guy, My Boss was mostly, fuck, we're getting sued, huh? Like, this man, it's just like a secretary being just sexually harassed by his boss for like, who's also sleeping with other dudes for like 12 episodes. And I'm just like, okay, listen, I know everyone was trying their best. And if you like, and like, here's the thing, if you like these shows, that's totally fine. This is just
That's right.
my personal.
I like the way you put it when you said your biggest disappointment, right? Because that doesn't mean it's bad.
Bad. It just means
I was looking for something different. I expected more from this in some way. At least entertainment. I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be good, but I wanted to be entertained.
Also, I really wish to highlight, if any of you are kind of newer to listening, I want you to realize Natalia, and I have a bit of this too, but Natalia definitely kind of excels at. You have a pretty low bar for being able to be entertained at a lot of things.
My one thing with entertainment is I don't need it to be good. I just need it to be fun. If it's bad or
interesting, it needs to be doing something.
It needs to be like it can be the most low budget, poorly acted thing, and I will find something nice to say about it because I truly believe a lot of people work really hard to make bad shows. And so I need to appreciate them, and I give them a little compliment sandwich is what I call it, where it's like I say something nice and then I go, but yeah, and then you end with something nice. That's how I just approach everything in my life. But some of these, listen.
You gotta be real. You gotta be real.
I gotta be real sometimes.
If it feels like work, then it's not fun, right? Like I don't.
Yeah, where it's just I'm just like, but like most of the things on my they're fine list, it's just like there's nothing notable to talk about. You know what I mean?
It's the show. It is what it is.
I do. Okay, so I do. Moving on, I have a sort of subcategory in the pretty good category where. The show, here's the thing about my pretty good categories. The show might not actually be that good, but it was so entertaining that I can't put it in the third one. And I've got a few of those, okay? First off, The Sign. What a fun show. We had special agents. We had mystical creatures. It was what Sunset X5 promised it was going to be, but also they were like cops searching for murderers. But like the murderer was also like maybe a reborn demon, and demons were infecting people. And like, oh my god, this show had everything. This show was crazy. It was fun. I 100% recommend The Sign if you're just looking for like, listen, is it the best written show? But if you're like me, a fan of really like vaguely, not even that vaguely homoerotic like workout scenes and like demons and shit, this show's got it all, okay? And the two leads are crazy together. Also, they have this YouTube channel. I don't know what they're up to. They go on trips and do just vaguely gay stuff together. It's fun. We're all having a good time with The Sign. Another one, a MAME offering, has made the list of okay, wasn't like good, but it was highly entertaining. And that is Love Sea, which the plot was there one? You know, the plot was just sort of like rich dude goes to an island and fucks the local bisexual problem and then brings him back to the mainland, and he has a fucked up life. So Love Sea was an erotic masterpiece of nonsense.
All right.
Writing, not great. Acting, very good. And like chemistry, crazy. They were two of the leads from Love in the Air. And also, and then the third offering on this, was it good? But it was good. Was Battle of the Writers, which the show was a mess. But my God, was it fun to watch. Like a good friend of the show, Lucy, and I were watching it together, and we were like, this show, it's got the sauce. The sauce isn't the writing. Okay? It's not the sauce wasn't the writing or the good acting, but there's something there that just is so compelling that you can't stop watching it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Where you're just like, oh boy. And it's just about a group of writers, like wall of pseudonyms, who start writing a BL together. A bunch of dudes who start writing a BL together under a pseudonym. And they've all got messy love lives.
Ooh.
Like, it's good? No. Fun? Extremely. But I think what people mostly want, because if I was someone out here tuning into the BL review, I would want to know what shows are actually good.
Good and watchable.
Good and watchable. You know? So, like, not just good for vibes, but, like, good because you should want to watch them. And I will say, out of the 40 shows that I watched, let me do a very quick little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 15 that I have deemed excellent shows.
That's
And
good.
that,
That's pretty good.
Listen, that's a pretty good percentage. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's basically what we really want to focus on today. But before we get into it, you guys. I know you don't watch as many as I do. I mostly what you get bullied into by me. But were there any notable BLs that you watched last year? That you were like,
last year was my anime year, and Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice.
So I mean, that's pretty notable.
Yuri on Ice is so good, y'all.
I also watched the anime version. Well, the first half of the anime version of that one that you watched about the two actors.
Top
and
Form. That may come up in this list coming up soon. Yes.
The Japanese one is the anime is called "I'm Being Harassed by the Sexiest Man of the Year."
Yeah,
and it's amusing. It was fun.
Listen, the when I say the Thai version live action decided to make that story better. I mean it.
Hey,
and then I know that Sky did enjoy last year's BL Santa offering, which was I Feel You Linger in the Air, which I bullied you into watching because
I guess I should put up. Give me a second. I forgot to look at like last year's. I forgot to pull up last year because I forgot this kind of involves last year's stuff.
Yeah,
too.
it's a multi-year. It's a
I'm just making sure
that you didn't miss.
Making sure I didn't miss something here. I don't think. Yeah, so I feel it looks like that was the biggest one that hit last year.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year personally, but like has nothing to do with BL. Just I personally had a rough year, thus I just didn't watch a lot. But and I know this is on Natalia's list somewhere. Love is Poison.
Yes,
is what I really enjoyed. Like that's really. I've picked up a few other ones that like I'll be able to like watch it. I think I'm halfway through one of them. And then I got really busy with life and stuff. And I was really enjoying it. Let me go see if that's on my list somewhere. Nope, I don't recognize it from any of these
classic
words. Exclusive love. That's why it didn't.
Yes. The one
ring
about
a bell.
Funeral directors. Yes, I haven't finished that one yet, so it's not on the list. But
it's kind of weird. It's I will definitely finish it when I have a moment. But I will not say it probably wouldn't be one like I highly necessarily recommend to anybody. But like I was having a good time with it. Let's put it that way. But I would recommend Love is Poison because I just think it was fun.
And that's and that'll be where we start the top tier list because one of them on there is Love is Poison, where you've got like a sort of fun little con man who's a free spirit, and then you've got a very uptight lawyer. And oh no, they're working together. And oh no, they're living together. And oh no, this uptight lawyer doesn't know what to do when his world is invaded by this free spirit. Not really con man. Oh.
And his plants like the con man.
Yes,
and that's really all that matters.
His only friends are his plants. And he loves then the plants talk to him. The show adorable. it's I feel like it's a really good entry point for people who are unfamiliar with JBL, like Japanese BLs.
It has the stylized aspect to it.
Because a lot of them can go a little hog wild. But I do have 2 other JBLs on my top tier list. One is I Can Hear the Sunspot, which it is a BL, even though like it ends before anything juicy happens. But it is very lovely. It follows a hard of hearing student and this sort of happy-go-lucky dummy who becomes his note taker in college class. And it is very heartfelt and very sweet and very nice. And then I do like a drama where it then becomes the plot of someone who never considered accessibility issues decides to go really hard into accessibility issues.
Love it.
Thumbs up. Yep. That's on iQIYI. Love is Poison is on Netflix, if you're wondering. And then the other JBL is not currently anywhere, but it is called Sugar Dog Life. And while I am not a cop person, ACAB, baby, it is about a cop and a college student who fall in love. And it is the most low stakes, cooking together, chill vibe. And this cop is like, he's like a cop at one of those, like, basically his job is like helping drunk people get home and giving old ladies directions. Like, that's the extent of his like deep cop work, okay? Where he eats, he eats convenience store food every day, and the student who works at the convenience store is like, you can't live this way. I'm going to cook for you because this is untenable. And then chef's kiss, very low vibes, very good times.
That did make me think. My best one last year was a JBL too. It was the one that you gave me for BL Santa.
I don't even remember which one it was.
I can't. It's there was like a K remake last year too of it. The one with the eraser that has the kid's name on it.
Oh, yes. There was a Thai remake. Yes.
Yeah.
Accidental love mix up. Yes.
That's it. Love mix up.
Yes. Yeah. My accidental love mix up. Also very cute.
That's a good one.
We on my list, we have exactly 1 Korean BL on my top tier list. The rest are Thai. But this one is definitely not for everyone. It comes with big ol' trigger warnings because this show is it's the most toxic show I've watched in a long time.
That's saying something.
That's saying something. It was called Secret Relationships. Okay. This was hog wild. It's about this just a dude, okay, who is like in this bizarre love square, but it's more like a love tangent because there's 3 dudes that are all in love with him, okay, and every single one of them, except for kind of one, are the most messed up person you've ever seen in your life. And then episode 6, it's like an 8-episode drama. Episode 6 takes a turn so wild in the last scene that I actually gasped aloud. Wow. Which, like, if you know me, that's saying something. Because, like, I don't get, like, super emotional into dramas. Like, I don't normally cry with dramas. I don't normally get, like, super worked up. But I actually went, like, oh! So keep in mind, it's something violent. So violent and just shocking happens in episode 6. So this drama is not for everyone. All right. I will say, like, Amanda, I don't think it's for you.
Does not.
Okay. I don't think it's for you. And then we move on to Thailand in the top tier because we had quite an assortment of vibes, okay? And wildly different ones.
I wanted to break in just super quickly. Yes, I wanted to just give a small shout out to Love in the Big City?
Yes, I haven't watched it yet. I keep meaning to, but like,
Okay.
the
Like,
vibes
and
have
I've only
been on.
gotten halfway, but
Mhm.
like, Love in the Big City feels a little bit more. I mean, I guess it'd be BL, but if it is more like memoir side, in my opinion.
Like,
But
it still
I just,
counts, but yeah.
yeah. Like, I just
I did watch the
genre-wise within the
movie.
BL.
I did watch the Love in the Big City movie, which was
Oh.
really excellent. But I didn't include any movies on this. This is all just dramas.
So the drama version, there was an aspect of relationships that you brought up, and I was like, oh, that reminds me of it. And I was like, oh, I watched like part of that. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that because it is really good and popular. So like, check it out.
And so Love in the Big City is on Viki. And
I
think so.
Was it not a Netflix?
I think
I
it
don't
was
remember.
Netflix.
No, I think
The drama was, I think.
I will go
drama.
look.
Yeah.
I will go look.
And Secret Relationships is on iQIYI. iQIYI is really becoming the new home of a lot of BLs, and I'm
which is nice.
I'm here for it, you know.
Natalia is correct about Love in the Big City.
Yes, Love in the Big City is Viki. But we're now into like the Thai BL top tier, okay? And the vibe array that exists in these dramas is crazy. So I'm gonna start us out with okay, here's like a little question. Do y'all like eternal beings cursed into immortality?
Yeah.
Do y'all like reborn situations? Like where someone is reborn into a new body?
Yeah.
Do you like the idea of like a guy whose first love, who was a woman, gets murdered in front of his eyes and then he makes a vow to stay alive until they're reborn, and then they get reborn, but oh no, they're a man now?
Sounds interesting.
Does that sound like something you would be into? In that case, you will love Century of Love. That's exactly the plot. A guy's girlfriend gets murdered right in front of him, and then he makes a vow, and then he gets cursed by a goddess to live 100 years until they come back to life.
I almost feel like there needs to be a specific list of BLs that start with murder or suicide. Just
there's a lot of them. There's
like,
you know,
just so you know what you're just so you know what you're getting into. You know what I mean? So that way it's like people can check against the list, like, oh, it's on the list. At least I know what I'm doing. Like
the website where like, does the dog die?
Does the dog die? Like, does the bee die? Is there murder in the BL?
Yeah. Do we start murder episode 1? Like murder or suicide episode 1. Like just so you know what starting point we're dealing with. But
unfortunately, Century of Love, incredibly fun show, is not currently.
Oh.
It says it's on Netflix, but not in Canada. It's not on Netflix. It is really fun, and I hope we should all write to the various locales and ask them to pick it up because it is super good fun. But I am happy to report that I do believe every other one that I have on my top tier list are easily available on usually multiple platforms.
Nice.
Next up, we've got 4 Minutes.
Yes.
Because
I figured you'd bring it up. Like I kind of saw that on my I watched most of it.
Follows a very problematic fella who keeps getting sent back in time 4 minutes to fix the mistake that he's making, and oh boy, does he make the mistakes. Does he make? And then there's a fun little like mid-season twist. That the show is very fun, very sexy, very dark. Also has a first episode multiple murders.
Yeah, there's a lot. You
there's
gotta be
a
able
lot
to
going on. There's like multiple crime plots, lot of butts. If you have a problem seeing butts, you're gonna see so many butts. So maybe like, you know, you're gonna see so many. Just there's at least one an episode, if not more. So if you have a butt aversion, this ain't the show for you. But like, if you're okay with like graphic crime, but like be like an ass, we've gone too far. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. We now go to like a completely now for something completely different. My next tie offering is called Your Sky. It is on iQIYI. Oh, and 4 Minutes is on iQIYI, Gagula, and I think it's even on Viki now. I think it's on all of them. Is Your Sky. It is very sweet. It's about a college student whose name is Tirak, which literally means sweetheart, like who means like my love, like, and he's just the sweetest little bean. And he accidentally spills coffee on the shirt of the most standoffish guy who also happens to be his best friend's older brother at college. And he also has this other guy played by Mike who looks way too old to be in college, who is trying to date him. And he's like, I am not into this man, but I have a hard time telling people no. So the standoffish older brother is like, hey, we could pretend to date and then he'll leave you alone because you have a boyfriend. We can... I will fake date you, in air quotes. This may have all been his plan all along. You know, like, it's just not that much happens in this show. But the vibe energy of these just like very cute, very sweet, innocent, you know, romance, which then, you know, takes a bit of a spicy turn near the end. This is a Domundi show, so like, you know, they get a little, you know, spicy. And it's just very sweet, fun little show. You will not see butts, but you will have a very good time. And taking it in a completely opposite direction, do you like assassins?
Yes.
Usually.
Do you like retro rockabilly styling?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Interesting.
Do you like car content?
Sometimes.
You will probably enjoy The Heart Killers. It is on iQIYI. It's a GMM-TV show that does not feel that much like a GMM-TV show. It's about this tattoo artist who's used to steal cars, but he's under the thumb of a cop, and he has a one-night stand with some guy, and then the cop comes to him and is like, hey, if you want to stay out of jail so you can keep your little brother, like, because you take care of your little brother because your parents are dead, I need you to spy on this guy who we think is an assassin, a paid hitman. But oh no, the guy is the dude he had the one-night stand with. Uh-oh.
What are the odds?
Uh-oh. So then he's like, okay, I'll go into this with like a seduction plan and like date him as to like spy on him. But this guy has an older brother who's very overprotective. And he's like, unless we can distract my older brother by getting him a date, he won't let us date because he doesn't know that he's being spied on. And so he's like, I have an insane best friend who I'm going to bribe to seduce your older brother. And that is the whole plot that is presented, where they then get in cahoots with some hitmen, and it's sexy fun.
Love it.
And everyone, the two brothers run a diner, a 50s style diner. They run a diner.
It sounds so. It's so fanfic.
Listen,
it's so fanfic.
It's so fanfic. Like there's a scene.
It's a bingo card.
Guys, there's a scene early on where they go on dates at the bowling alley, and they have like a choreographed dance contest. at the bowling alley. This show is.
I have to watch
I
this
feel
You have to watch, Sky. You have to watch this show.
It feels like it's set in the same universe. Somebody went Gunpowder Milkshake, but like, let's make it boys and gay. And you're like, okay.
Which, by the way, Gunpowder
Men
Milkshake,
doing.
it's totally queer. Like, totally.
Yeah, so, I mean, right, like,
but like,
just saying.
like everyone dresses like. Okay, listen. Okay, so the tattoo artist wears like granny sweaters and glasses with chains on them. So fun.
Gosh.
Okay. The car mechanic, who's his best friend, crop tops and like booty shorts and just the most slutty outfits you can imagine. And then you've got Cow, one of, playing, because it's a Cow first June Dunk situation for those of you who are familiar with the GMMTV official couples, the government assigned ships at GMMTV. He's all in like Hawaiian shirts and like wife beaters and chains. And then you've got June being the, very upright, serious, no nonsense hitman in like, it's great. It's great. It's so much fun.
So the costume designer was having a really good time.
Listen, the set designer, everyone was having the time of their life on this show. It's so fun. And it's like, it's just so much fun, And like, it's so much fun that it almost made my top 5, but it didn't. We got a few more. Next up, I'm really going on like a now for something completely different. That's on iQIYI, by the way, if you want to watch it, and you should, because it is a fun. We have Perfect 10-Liners, which was a very long show.
Are we entering your top 5? Or
we're not there yet. We have 2 more on the top tier, and then we enter the. I will make it very clear when we're in the top 5.
Okay.
Perfect 10-Liners, which was like a sort of an anthology going through 3 gay couples that are all tangentially related by being in the same sort of mentor group in college. And it is the most GMMTV that you've ever GMMTV'd. Okay? They're engineering students.
All right.
Of course they are. There's shenanigans. Oh, one's, really, they got the tsundere. They've got a simp. They've all got emotional problems. One is really stupid. Like, they've got all, like, it has every possible, like, there is every possible character arc trope you're looking for. It's got for you. It's a very fun one. And I do believe that's just still on YouTube as of right now, which is surprising, but I feel like Vicky or someone will pick it up. And then finally, for my top tier, my last one, literally finished it the last week of May. So it's a new entry. Was Top Form, which was the Thai live action remake of the anime that Amanda was talking about. But it was incredibly good. The acting, phenomenal. Like, actually crazy. There is one scene that was very divisive in the community, but all the old ladies I know were like, no, don't like that. Not in like a negative, like in a people doing bad things, but in a house cleaning sort of way. Actually house cleaning. Like, we were like, that'd be so messy. You gotta throw that rug out.
A condiment was involved.
Yeah, honey was involved, and we were like, throw that rug out. Yanking that out of those fibers. No. But the show itself was really quite good. It was really quite good, and that's on WeTV, which I know is like one that doesn't really come up that often here. But it is on WeTV, and it is excellent. But you know what was even more excellent? My top 5. If you watch nothing else in this episode, I am delivering to the people the top 5 dramas. And when I tell you the variety of style and content is just as wide as the rest of this list. Okay. But the top 5, there is one that is number 1, but the other 4 are in no particular order. There are 4 Thai and 1 Korean. I'll start with the Korean. Time of Fever, 4-episode prequel to Unexpected Love Story. was probably about 90 times better than Unexpected Love Story was.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, because I liked Unexpected Love Story quite a bit.
Yeah.
But Time of Fever, so good. Like, it's about the side couple and basically all the stuff that led to the awkwardness that they have.
But even, I will say, in Unintended Love Story, like, they had the angsty sauce.
Yes.
Like,
but
this
this tells you
got
why they have the angsty sauce. What leads to the, and it's some angsty sauce, okay? They got quite a lot going on in these 4 episodes. Like, was it 4 or 6? It's not a very long show, but they managed to pack so much yearning in these episodes that I was just like, damn, this is crazy. This show is great. I wanted more. I wanted more immediately.
I think I saw, like, on Instagram and stuff, I think they had, like, a fan meeting, like, with the couple of stars and stuff, and they're making it, like, the wedding of the characters and things. Like, it was a whole big thing.
That's fun. That's always like a fun little BL family. That's like I know that, like, Max Toll were, like, the originators of that bit, but I love the bit. I love the bit. I love when they're like, we're having a good time here. Next up in the top 5, number 4, we have Spare Me Your Mercy. This show's sad. This show's real sad.
You're not gonna sugarcoat that.
It's no. And, like, as soon as I say what the plot is, you're like, oh, it's sad. It is in the same universe as Manor of Death.
Okay.
And it is about this investigator goes to his hometown because his mother just died of cancer after a long battle. And he sort of meets her palliative care doctor, and who's just very beloved by the community in this sort of rural area. But then these terminally ill patients start getting murdered. And so they all have one thing in common. The only palliative care doctor in the region, who, I don't know, might be a advocate for patient requested euthanasia. And it is really excellent. The romance was a bit rushed at times, but mostly to make way for a really engaging story. But as the story is not for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, so some people may have a hard time with it because of the content with it. But it was incredibly good. Now for something completely different. Number 3, we have another GMMTV offering, the only one that made the top 5 list this year, and that is Wandy Good Day. Which
you loved that one.
I freaking
You talked about that so much.
Wandy Good Day. The most sex positive show I've ever seen in my life. This show was incredibly good. It follows this doctor who gets his heart broken by another doctor and then takes up in a sort of friends with benefits relationship with a bisexual Muay Thai boxer. And it is fun. It is just incredibly fun. And it's so much, like, more heartfelt and sweet than you are expecting when you go into it, because the previews were like, it's sexy fun. He's a boxer. Like, ooh, you know, he got his heart broken. So now he's just like, oh, we can have sex, but we can't ever kiss. Like, pretty woman rules. Woo. It was really sweet. It was just really sweet and really nice. And I think a lot of people would really, really enjoy it. And, you know, it was really fun. And I just think Wandy Good Day is excellent. I think it's on Viki now. I originally watched it on YouTube, but I do believe it is on Viki.
Have you rewatched it?
Yes.
How
Sort of.
many times have you
Just
rewatched?
once,
Okay.
because what I would do, I do this often when I really like a show, is every week when there's a new episode, I'll rewatch all of the episodes leading up to it.
Wow.
So it's like I'm binging it entirely. So
It's
So
the
fun, though.
it's the like 5 golden rings.
yeah, exactly. We're
drama
doing like, the
watching
12 days of
situation.
Christmas good times, right? Yeah. You get it. You understand. Next up, we've got kind of a fun, messed up one. But it's like, it was really good, but it was very much more on the leaning more towards soap opera than other ones, but not really. Like, it's just more heightened ridiculousness. And it's on iQIYI, and it's called My Stand-In, where it's about a stuntman. Already, you have my attention.
Right.
But he's the stuntman for an actor who says, I don't use stuntmen. So, like, nobody knows that it's him, right? So then he takes up with the brother-in-law of this actor, okay? And the brother-in-law of this actor is in love with his brother-in-law. But the reason he fell in love at first sight watching a stunt that his brother-in-law performed in a movie. You see where this is going. But then after like a bunch of stuff goes wrong, this all happens very quickly. This is another one for the someone dies in the first episode. The stuntman fucking dies. He just dies and then is reborn a year later in someone else's body who was in a coma. And so he then begins to live a brand new life, but his only skill is stuntmanning, and no one ever found his body. So then he finds out that this guy that he was with has been looking for his body, like looking for him to see if he's alive this entire time. This show is crazy. So then he's like, I'm gonna, get back to the heights of stuntmanning. And this other guy's like, I'm gonna find out what happened to my boyfriend. Like, listen, the show, so much fun. Absolutely just so many ridiculous things happen. So many, like, it's great. It's very fun. I do recommend it. Recommend it. It's a bit more like, had Mech in it as sort of as the brother-in-law. If you're familiar with Mech, he speaks perfect English. This is important to know about Mech, is that he speaks perfect English and he's terminally online. So if you've ever said something shitty about BL actors on Twitter, he might reply to you telling you to go to hell.
Good for him.
Good for him. He's so much fun. Recently, someone was after another actor, Tawan, saying like, oh, like he's like basically saying receipts about how Tawan is cheating on his ship with these other dudes, and Tawan replied like, yeah, because they're my bros, and who are you? You're nothing. And then the Mech then replied to him with like a gif of being like, ooh. Like, perfect. So yeah, currently online, good fun. The show, My Stand-In on iQIYI, so much fun. It is definitely R-rated, so keep that in mind. But this last show is not, well, I think it is R-rated, but I don't think it should be. And this is my top, like one of my top dramas of last year. And in 2 weeks, you'll hear more about it for reasons. And that is Monster Next Door, which is about an autistic introvert who lives next door to an outgoing golden retriever simp.
Love it.
The vibes.
I keep meaning to watch this one.
The vibes are immaculate. Immaculate vibes on Monster Next Door. And I'm not even going to say that much more about it because in 2 weeks, you're going to probably hear more about it. I don't know why. I don't know why in 2 weeks you might hear more about it, but you might. And that one's on WeTV and Gaga Ooh La La. And those are my top 5. Like, it was, listen, overall, last year, the BL game was pretty good.
Nice.
Okay. It was a pretty good year to be a BL enjoyer. And this year's been really ramping up on BL enjoyer good times. Like, I've been really enjoying Next Prince is actually good, which has been a real relief because listen, I was gonna watch it anyway because like it has my 2 favorite BL fellas in it, but like I was gonna watch it if it was bad, but like I'm just like, wow, this is actually genuinely like good. Like
that's always such a treat when you approach a form of entertainment and you're like, I'm probably going to personally enjoy this no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you start getting into be like, oh, but like I can recommend this to other people now.
But I don't have to put any caveats to be like, okay, like I really liked it, but it is hugely flawed. I'm just like, no, I really like it, and it's a genuinely fun, engaging show. That you know. Pit Babe season 2 is currently ongoing. Like my little Omegaverse vroom vroom boys are Omegaverse vroom vrooming.
Ooh, that made me think of. I read a book just at the turn of like the new year called Pole Position by Rebecca J. Caffrey, and it is a gay like F1 like Formula racing.
Yeah, brother.
It's not Omegaverse, but it's very, very good. Like there is deep emotional connection as well as sexy times. So listen, it's a good story. So you know, if Pit Babe kind of
if you're like that sort of
you
thing,
might want to check out that book.
Listen, I can't say that Pit Babe has deep emotional connection as a core value of its entertainment, but it is fun. And then this month we got like a sequel to I Became the Lead in a BL coming out. Really pumped about that. So like we've been eating good, you know. Nom, nom, nom. We got some new GMMTV's always coming up with stuff. And you know what? I feel like we're really in like a golden age. Like I do see a lot of people who get real negative Nancy about like the BL situation where they're all like, oh, like, you know, there's nothing, no good BLs anymore. Like, you know, the BL's oversaturating us. I'm like, listen, I don't believe in oversaturation. Okay. Especially in media. I just think that the more that there are, that means the more opportunities you have to find the one that's perfect for you. And they're coming at there's all sorts of
and it also reminds me, like, so straight media, heteronormative media,
they get to make all sorts of shit.
Yeah, you get to have all types of really crummy romance stuff. And there'll be people that like eat up the really crummy romance stuff. And that's it's seen as acceptable because you have just so many to choose from. And so you can have the crummy stuff and blah blah blah. Well, it should be the same for queer media. Like it should be totally acceptable to have like I don't remember the name of that. Like the teeny bopper girl vampire and vampire hunter show. Like is it high art? No. Is it a teeny bopper good time? Like
fun?
And don't hold it to some ridiculous standard just because there's maybe less out there. Just give it props for what it is and continue on and enjoy it. Like, it's fine.
And when you say something like, oh, it's all the same. Like, it's all, you know, Cherry Magic came out and now it's all office romance. And it's like, yes. And so is the straight media.
But you know what? I think that I have just proven that it is not.
but it's totally fine. Like, in straight media, there's a bazillion office romances. Okay, so there can be 15 queer office romances in 1 year. It's totally fine.
Right. It's like, you know,
some of them can be bad. It's okay. Like you're like straight shows get to be bad, and it's not like they cancel straight shows after in their entirety. And also, bad shows can still be so much fun. Like
You know
Like,
what?
my
I feel
husband
like
and
the kids did not grow up on Saturday afternoon like Xena and Hercules, and it shows. Okay, sometimes bad is really, really good,
Listen,
and it's just
y'all
enjoyable.
And-
So
didn't
like,
watch the Funimation dubs of Yu-Gi-Oh, and it shows. Okay.
And also, you can have a show that's mid, which maybe it might have like a really good couple of episodes, and then some of the episodes are and that's fine. And just because it's a queer show, maybe don't judge it as like so darn harshly.
Yeah.
Like just
And they act like, oh, if there's one bad show, that means all the shows coming next will be bad. And it's just like, okay, calm the fuck down. That's
and
not how
oh,
this
all
works.
the shows right now from that country are just blah blah blah.
No,
No, we're not going to be doing that.
Stop this
No.
xenophobic nonsense.
or it's
Absolutely
you know,
not.
it's all predatory age gaps and stuff, and you're like, that's in straight media too. So
Yeah,
like,
and
I mean,
also
there was
that's
just
actually-
a Japanese straight one that came out, and it was like, ew.
That's actually not the case, okay?
So,
like,
like-
I just gave you a list of most. Okay, listen, I will admit Century of Love may have had a bit of a problematic age gap if one of them was like 130 years old, okay? But please, he was an immortal being, okay? He was cursed with I forgot there is actually a point in that one. Sometimes he turns into a little kid at night.
Oh,
Listen, shit
okay.
happens. Shit happens in this show. Nothing weird happens when he is a little kid. Like, it's not like a creepy thing.
It's
It's
not
just like
that.
he's cursed, okay? He's got a weird fucking curse. But like, listen, there's all sorts of shows made for all sorts of different people. But people like to believe that BL is a genre. And BL is technically not a genre. Just like K-drama is not a genre. So BL is a marker. So BL just specifies that there will be two boys in love. That's what BL means. So you can have crime BLs. You can have office rom-com BLs. You can have sci-fi BLs. You can have
Memoir.
fantasy BLs. You can have,
Slice of life.
historical. You can have, tragic Licorne style, like soap opera. Like, you can run the whole gamut of genre. It's just the one thing that they have in common is two boys be smooching it. You know what I mean? And that's all that means. So it's like, there's BL out there that everyone except for homophobes can enjoy, but we are not making this podcast in recommendations for homophobes. Like, listen, I feel like it would be very bizarre for a homophobe to have been listening to us as like not get the vibe that they're not welcome. But and there's I truly believe that there is a show for everyone, and when people say, oh, there's nothing good on, that's not true. It's just you haven't found the one that's made for someone like you yet. But it exists.
And sometimes life or your mood at the time or something can make it to where it is harder for you to be as open
Enjoy
to whatever
shows.
genres or really truly deeply enjoy things. And that's totally fine. It's just that, and it's not that there has to be blame for it or whatever. And sometimes life just makes it to where stuff doesn't feel like it's hitting anything. And that's it's not that there's a problem. It's just that that's the way hobbies be.
That's where
like
we
hobbies
are
are just
now.
kind of like that, and just it's cool. But there's no reason to like blame a country or something. I just think that's strange behavior. But
that's bizarre. And you can't blame an entire recording industry because you're just currently not enjoying what's currently airing. And it's like I know that like I'm a bad example of like someone because I like pretty much anything. I am the world's easiest sell for fiction. I will watch pretty much anything. There's no genres that I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this. Like I find soap operas fun. I love horror. Sci-fi, love that shit. Fantasy, big fan. Classic rom-coms, hell yeah, brother. Give it here. I like pretty near anything. I'm not so much into like what I would call like gore porn. You know what I mean? Like I'm not into just like gratuitous graphic stuff. Like I don't really like the Saw movies, for example. That's not really for me. But like I'm not gonna be like, you can never watch the Saw movies. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
who's like, well, I don't like the Saw movies. I fucking love Final Destination. You know what I mean? So it's like it's very vibe based. But yeah, I just tend to just like things. So the reason that I can watch 40 BLs and like have them be so many different genres and styles and quality and enjoy all of them is just because I'm easy to please. And I realize that most people are not as easy to enjoy things as I am. But I do believe that there is a BL. If you would like to watch a BL and enjoy it, there is one out there that you can find. Like if you want like a fantasy, like historical fantasy, The Untamed exists. You know what I mean? Like if you want a straight up office rom-com, like I'm trying to think of just one. As soon as I said this, my brain is just like, you don't know any.
Cherry Magic.
Yeah, thank you. Cherry Magic
right?
exists. If you want to watch like
old-fashioned cupcake.
Old-fashioned cupcakes. If you want to watch a fantasy, like, just like a modern fantasy, The Sign exists, like all of these things exist for you. If you want to watch, mafia romance, you got Kim Porsche. If you want to watch just, a classic, like just will they, won't they romance, Cutie Pie exists. There's something out there that everyone can enjoy because they make them in all genres now. They're not
and media.
We do enjoy
there's anime. We mentioned before. There's anime.
There's movies.
There's movies.
That's kind of a nice thing with some of the KBLs and other things that are on Viki. Sometimes you want it more in the movie format? You want it not in episodic, or do you want it in episodic? Like, look, you have both. Like, you have your choice.
Time they were all just engineering students, and listen, sometimes they still are, and we still enjoy that for the classic bit. Okay, we still have a good fun with the engineering students, but there's so much out there, Like,
well, it's nice to be able to move past always being college students.
Yeah,
like it's nice to have other things going.
Don't get me wrong. My top drama, my top BL last year was they were college students. Okay, but it's got everything. There's something out there for everyone, and there's something out there like in all like sort of like spice levels. Like you get, you got your Mr. Hearts to your 4 minutes. You know what I mean? Like there's a gamut. So there's some out there for all y'all. And we just, this Pride Month, pick up a BL or a GL. We didn't really get into GLs, but we did watch some good ones as well. But you should check out our
maybe we'll talk about that
episode
again soon.
Yep. But there's something out there for everyone. And I do believe that, even if you just go to our, blog post and just click one of my top 5 and start it, that might be a good starting point for your BL journey. But
I did want to give
enjoy
a quick shout out. There are 2 mangas that have recently been translated to English that I read this year, and I would not be at all surprised if we didn't see them show up as JBLs or animes in the future. Keep your eyes out for the Dashing Zaddy and his icy protege.
Zaddy? Ooh, okay.
Hot 40-year-old boss, like 25-ish-year-old employee who the boss is suffering from erectile dysfunction.
Beautiful.
Except for when he's totally straight.
Yes.
Except for and this employee is mad. There is an age gap, and they did meet when the guy was a kid, but the older guy does not remember him at all. He has no idea that this is that kid he met one time.
Whatever.
That
doesn't bother me.
So, it's nothing creepy or weird, right?
Listen. I've been so desensitized after watching so many vertical dramas. I've been so desensitized anything. Like I'm just
So,
like, yeah, whatever.
It's very Cherry Magic vibes in the awkward office ness of it, like very fun.
Beautiful.
And the other one is a fantasy slice of life called A Vampire in the Bathhouse.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard of this.
That's been changed.
I think it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's a new translation that
or
came
something,
out
yeah.
or something, but yeah,
New
it's
licensing. or
I
something,
would
yeah.
not be surprised to find this one as an anime somewhere because it's very funny and it's not overly sexy. This vampire just wants to experience bathhouse life, and this other guy
that's
it.
different than Baban Vampire,
Yes.
which that has been an anime and
okay.
a live action. So that's the one I was thinking. I'm
Okay.
thinking of the one
So
like in 2025, like it's on
disappointed 'cause
Netflix.
this
Like
one was like, it looks like it's just going to be a standalone. It's not a
I see.
ongoing, and I'm like, dang it, because it's fun. It's just fun.
How are we vampire bathhousing two different series?
Listen,
Right.
man, sometimes these things happen.
Right.
Sometimes these things just happen, okay? Like, sometimes.
So,
I guess you can stay out of the sunlight that way. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I just haven't thought of that
Listen,
before.
vampires love taking
this was
baths.
very, he walked around in the day. I think sunscreen was the thing. I don't know. There's something about, he's really kind of like a fae, like from another world kind of thing. And if he comes and he partakes in the blood of a being in this world, then he can kind of like meld with this world and exist in it comfortably. Sex energy is better than blood energy,
Of course it
our
is.
bathhouse
Listen.
boy is like, nah, you can just bite my neck. I'm good. Like I'm not ready for this sex energy thing to happen. And he's like, but you will be. Like, yeah. So very cute. And the artwork in it's really, really pretty. So yeah.
So listen, we've now presented a whole array of options for all y'all. And guys, thank you for like coming along with me on this journey where I just vamped about nonsense I got up to for the past year. Listen, very easy episode for the two of them. To come here and just be like, yeah, okay.
Sure, if you say so.
I believe
put
you.
a few things on my list, you know?
Exactly. And if you want to put in new things on your list, you should go to our website, certifiednoonas.com, where I will have listed out all 40 of the BLs I watched since last year's BL Roundup episode, and with links to where you can find them if they can be found, so that you too can enjoy watching them. And I will be organizing them in my various ranking system that I presented earlier in the episode. And if you want to listen to other of our episodes, you can do so wherever podcasts can be found. You can also do so in audio if that's what you want. But in video, we're on YouTube. So if you are on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Hello, welcome. You can see us talking about this. I'm looking very sweaty because my office is 33 degrees, which
Celsius.
is extremely hot for me. And of course, you can listen to our episodes also on our website, certifiednoonas.com, where we will have links and time codes for every single episode that we do. So, gang, enjoy. And if you want to support this podcast, like the incredible people whom we are parasocially in love with, you can join the Found Family over on patreon.com/certifiednoonas. They're a Found Family on the web. We have little extra mini episodes. We have a movie night every month. We love our Found Family. They've been supporting us for the entire almost 6 years that we've been doing this. They're great. And it's good vibes. And we genuinely appreciate everyone who supports this podcast. Literally from the bottom of our hearts. Genuinely. So anyway, we hope you have a fantastic week. Stay safe out there, especially if you're going to any Pride events. Please wear a mask. Don't want to get sick or get other people sick. Wash your hands, and as always, keep enjoying some Asian BL entertainment. We'll see you next week for a really fun deep dive. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.